Hello, hello, hello everybody. Welcome back for another video. I know, I'm very sorry. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done a video. Of course, it's kind of hard when you're trying to not only make videos, but you're also trying to get your art studio together. I don't know if you can tell, but I've actually kind of rearranged where my tables are, and now you can actually see my paints, all the colors I have so far in the background. But today I thought that we would do another 12 by 16, and as you can see, it's a black base, okay? And in a moment, I'm going to show you the other three colors, and yes, I said three, no more than that I'm going to do on this painting. But first, I would like to ask that if you are new to this channel, or if you have not done so yet, please like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. This way you'll know when my next video comes out. Again, as I said, sorry that it's been a little bit since I've posted. I'm going to try to actually put more up a little bit closer to each other so you're not having to wait as long. But let's go ahead and get started. I've already flooded my canvas. I do need to take my mini blowtorch and actually pop all the bubbles. But for my colors tonight, I am going to be using Titanium White by Artist Loft. Then I'm going to be using Crimson by Artist Loft. And then I'm going to be using the Liquitex Basics Cadmium Yellow Deep Hue is what it's called. Cadmium Yellow Deep Hue. Now tonight, I'm going to try to not just do a straight line across. I'm actually going to try to make some type of shape in here, okay? But first, let's go ahead and let's get those bubbles popped. We just take the mini torch, you just run it across the paint, just like I'm doing. And it looks like that we've pretty much got them all popped now. There's just a few still popping up. I'll go to pop and then they all reappear again, some of them. Alright, I think we're good. So now we're going to go ahead, we're going to put our colors down. Once we put the colors down, I tend to almost forget, but we will be using the mini torch again to pop those bubbles in those colors. And then we will take my mini blow dryer. It's the Flower Blow Dryer by Drew Barrymore. I picked it up at my local Walmart, and it was actually less than, I think, $35. I think. But it wasn't that expensive. So let's go ahead and get our colors put down. The first color I'm going to be using is the Titanium White by Artist Loft. Now, as I've stated before, don't stand here and open your lid. Move over to the side. You can open your lid. And I say that because when I was doing the black, I always have a smaller bottle of the same base color so I can fix my edges. And as soon as I opened the lid, it exploded. I had an air pocket come out. Now, of course, it was black, so if I did it over here, it's not going to hurt it. But you don't want to get your other colors all over the place. You want them to be in one certain area. So you always want to make sure that you don't open it over the painting so you don't make a mess. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to kind of start right here. Go up. go up and go down. I can already tell you that I think I may have gotten too much base because it's already trying to swallow up my white. Once again, open off to the side because as you can see, it exploded. All right, now for the crimson red. And just so you know, does not have to be directly over the top of the other color. Just needs to be close, but it does not have to be exact. I think what I'm going to do, because some of the white ended up getting swallowed up, I'm going to put another little bit of white in here. Because like I said, it looks like my colors are getting swallowed up. And we don't want that to happen. All right, and now what we're going to do is, and as I've stated also, make sure that you wipe the tips so that you don't get a bunch of paint built up on the tip, okay? Now for that cadmium yellow deep hue by Liquitex Basics. And once again, I'm pretty much guaranteed that every time I open a bottle, it's going to explode. Now, yes, you're thinking, whoa, that's a lot of yellow. But, like I said, my colors look like they were getting swallowed up by the base. And that'll happen if you get too much base. Alright, so now we're going to use my mini torch. And we are now going to go through and we're going to pop these bubbles. Alright. Now comes the fun of trying to blow this out. Oh, give me just a second. Oh no. We might ruin my... Alright. Now let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here we go. Unfortunately, the colors did somewhat get a little washed out, but not as bad as I thought. Or swallowed up. Oops. Give me just a second. I'm going to try to blow out another little area, so hold on. Alright. So, now you're probably thinking, okay, that was some strange colors to put together. But I'm going to fill you in on a little secret. My husband was sitting last night and he looked at me and he said, I know what you should do. And I said, what's that? He said, do a black base with white, then red, and then yellow, but do it in the shape of the McDonald's arches. So that's what I tried to do. Believe it or not though, the colors actually look really, really cool together. I love, love, love the way it turned out. Now, as I've stated before, once you're done blowing it out, you want to find something similar to like what I have. This is just a really long but thin knitting needle. And I take it and, give me just a second. As I was blowing out, the paint, I accidentally blew off my paper towel that I use. But you're just going to take, and as you can see, you're just going to use the stick and go along the bottom of the painting, and you're going to scrape all your edges. And then I use the paper towel to kind of wipe the stick, and then we're going to move to the next two edges, get it scraped, come along here, scrape along here, and believe it or not, I am actually really, really, really liking these colors. What I'm going to do now that I've scraped the canvas, I'm going to bring you down for a close-up. So here is a close-up of the colors. Like I said, I was trying to make the shape of an M, but it didn't come out quite the way I thought it would. But it's actually still really, really cool. And to me, they kind of look like flames in the night. Look at all the cool cells that were created. Wow. This really came out pretty cool. I wasn't sure if it was going to. Wow, wow, wow. I am just really, really liking this one. Glad I did those colors together. It actually come out pretty cool. Alright, so give me just a moment. Okay. So there you have it. Another video. Yeah. I think I am actually going to call this one Flames of the Night. Wow. 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 I cannot get over how good these colors are together. That is so cool. So like I said, it was the white, titanium white by Artist Loft, crimson by Artist Loft, and the cadmium yellow deep hue by Liquitex Basics. Those were the colors. There was only 3. No, I did not use any metallics this time. I did not use my 24 karat gold in there. So there's not going to be really any shimmer. But honestly, it didn't need it. Turned out really, really cool. Now, really quick, the reason I'm trying to rearrange my art studio a little bit so that it works a little better, I do have to get a few more areas kind of cleaned out of here, because I also am going to add an extra table. What I've done, I don't know if you remember. Give me just a second. I'm going to pause the video. I will be right back. Okay, so it's been a little bit, but I had actually done this particular 12 by 16. It was blues with black and gold. And the blue was actually a Prussian blue mixed with I think it was the Artist Loft Violet. I had mixed a little bit of that in with the Prussian Blue by Liquitex Basics. It actually came out a real pretty blue. I had not only posted it on my Facebook page, but I had also sent a picture of it to my mom and my sister to see what they thought of it. And of course, my sister was like, I really love that. Can you do one for me in a 24 by 36? I know I said I was not going to do any big pictures at the moment, but how can you say no to your sister? So, of course, I did. And you're not going to probably see all of it because I can't stand back far enough. And then again, you might. This is a 24 by 36. And I did the same thing, okay? You almost get it all in the shot. But I did the same thing. I took the Prussian Blue by Liquitex Basics. Then I took, instead of, I don't think I used the regular Artist Loft Violet. What I ended up using was, I think, this Deep Violet. It might have been that, or my Liquitex Basics Dioxazine Purple. In fact, I think that is the one I used, was the Liquitex Basics Dioxazine Purple. And I blended those two together with just a hint of the Titanium White by Artist Loft. Now, when you're mixing paint colors, you want to mix the actual colors themselves together before you add your Floetrol and water. You want to take just the acrylics only, mix them together first, then you're going to add your Floetrol and water into that mixture that you made. That's going to give you the true color that you were looking for. If you try to mix, if I would have taken this bottle right here and the bottle of Prussian Blue that I had and this actual bottle of Titanium White, it wouldn't have come out right. So I had to actually get the acrylic that I used to make this bottle and get the acrylic that I used to make this bottle. And then, of course, the Prussian Blue, I had not mixed it. I had not mixed it yet, so I only had the acrylic in that. Doing that, it actually created this really pretty color. You're not going to see the full canvas, but I'm going to bring it up a little closer and hopefully you can actually see the blue I'm talking about. Can you see that blue in there? It's got just a hint of purple in it, but not a lot. Let me see if I can, I don't know which way this is where I want to be. Right in there. You can kind of see a hint of purple in there. And that's what I was going for. I needed just a hint of purple in there because there are some other paintings at her house and the blue kind of looked like it had a bit of a purple tint to it. Not a noticeable, like, it was like very faint. Very, very faint. hint of purple in there, so that's why I added the purple to it. But my next project is going to be to get that one resined, because my niece is coming to visit from Indiana. She's coming to visit Florida with her husband and 2 girls, and they said that they would be happy to take it back home with them for my sister to have it. I don't have to worry about trying to ship that big thing, because yes, it is big. I was able to pull it off. Let me just tell you, if you're going to do an art studio, make sure that you have floors without carpet, and make sure that you put some sort of drop cloth or some sort of mats down. Because I can tell you right now, we weren't worried about it because our home is older. We're pretty sure the carpet's the original carpet. It needs to be changed out at some point anyway, so I wasn't too worried about it. But when I was trying to make that painting, I ended up having to put some plastic trash bags around my table because I didn't have a big enough table and the paint was literally running off onto the floor. So I had to kind of save my floor as best I could. So that's what I had to do. So this is another reason why I'm trying to kind of rearrange my art studio, because I want to get it to where I can have a bigger table than the one I've got right now. What I'm doing is I'm actually just getting another table just like it, and I'm going to put them together. I'm just going to butt them up against each other. It'll work great. And believe it or not, once I do that, a painting this size, I might be able to continue to do, because I'll actually have the table space to handle it. But for now, unfortunately, till I can get that other table in here, unfortunately, I'm going to stick with the 12 by 16s and the 16 by 20s. That's about as big as I'm going to go right now. But I do promise, I've got several of them that are already done. Like, the paint has dried, and I've actually already put a coat of resin on them, and I want to show them to you. Now, the ones I'm showing you at the moment, they're all 12 by 16. Really quick before I grab those, because I'm sure I've talked long enough that now I can scrape my edges one more time. You always want to scrape your edges, then give it about 10-15 minutes, come back in and scrape again. Just give it about 10 to 15 minutes, you'll come back in, you'll scrape a second time. Once in a while, I will have to come back in about 10 minutes later, scrape a third time. Usually though, I can get away with only doing it twice. Sometimes though, like I said, sometimes I do have to do it 3 times. Okay, now to show you the actual paintings that I have completed. The paint's dried, and I've already got the resin on them. I'm going to show those to you. Here's one, and yeah, you're going to get the glare of the, well, if I do it like that, you might not get much of a glare of the O-ring light. You might get a little. But this one actually has, it's white with neon colors. Actual neon colors. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I had neon orange, neon yellow, neon green, and I had the neon pink. all my neon colors. The next one this one is one that I did not long after I started doing this. So it's not going to look as good as some of my other ones, but I still thought it was really cool the way it came out. It's just a couple different hues of purple with some sterling silver in there. This one is purples with my magenta and sterling silver. And I think it's got even like a lighter pink in there. Yeah, sorry about the O-ring. Just if I don't have the O-ring, it's not going to, you're not going to see it as well. Now, yes, I showed you this one, but when I did this one, I tried to mimic it a little, but instead of magenta, I added a lighter pink. And this is what I came up with. This one does not have magenta in it. It just has some lighter pink with some purple hues and the silver. And again, this is another one that was completed. It's got the resin on it. That's why you're seeing the O-ring reflecting. It's got the resin already on it. It's good to go. This one is really cool. It's reds, oranges, yellows with some gold in there. Some of my 24 karat gold in there. And I thought it kind of looked like fire. Then, after I made that one, I tried to attempt it again, but with less red. And believe it or not, I pulled it off. It's got less red. But again, all of them that I'm showing you right now, they're all complete. They've all got their coat of resin. They're all good to go. This one, in fact, I've already gotten the blue painter's tape off the back. I'm showing these to you because these are actually, they're for sale. They're for sale. And if you want, you can, if you go to my Facebook page, it's Nancy's Original Art. If you go to there, you can message me in Messenger, and I can tell you the price. Or you can also email me, and I will, not sure how I will do it, I will somehow, within my video, put up my email address. I'm hoping it works. Give me just a moment. Okay, so I'm hoping that you can see it. Sorry about the O-ring again. This is my Facebook page. So you're going to be looking for this. It's going to say Nancy's Original Art. This is what it's going to look like, okay? And if you would, as I said, if you are interested in a picture and you can't get through to me on Messenger, then please email me. I check my emails daily. I've got it set up to where my phone, even though it's on silent, I still have it on vibrate. And I've got it set up to where almost every app on my phone including my email, will alert me by going zzz, zzz. And then I go and I look, and if I see that it's an email, I will check it. This is my email. You may not be able to see it. Oop, sorry. It's nlwesle@gmail.com. So NLWE, S as in Sam, LE@gmail.com. And I will definitely, if you message me or you send me an email, I will be able to give you the pricing for the 12 by 16s that I have completed. I may have a 16 by 20 that was resined, but I cannot remember. Give me a minute. Okay. So actually at the moment I don't have any 16 by 20s resined. As soon as I get them resined, when I do another video, I will show you those. And those will also be available for sale. So again, if you're interested, please, 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 just either go to my Facebook page, message me, or as I said, you can go to my email address, which again, it's all lowercase. It's N as in Nancy, LWE, S as in Sam, LE@gmail.com. Well, I know you're tired of hearing me talking, so I'm going to stop. I'm just going to say that I thank you all for joining me for another video. And please, 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 as I said in the beginning, if you're new or if you just haven't done it yet, please like my videos, subscribe to my videos, and turn on those post notifications. And until next time, bye.